This almost feels like cheating because it's just so easy to make it sound good. So when I first started this video, the goal was to create my dream 80s new wave worship-esque tone out of the Helix running into my 2 tube amps in stereo. So to get a baseline tone, I thought I should start with my pedal board and see what we get. And oh my goodness, it sounded so good that I kinda just wanted to quit right there. This is what I want my guitar to sound like at all times. That's it, that's the video. This is the sound. Why are we doing anything else? But there's not very many places that want you to play with an amp anymore. So I didn't completely throw the video out the window and I said, all right, I'm gonna push forward and see if I can get those same tones, or at least in the ballpark of those tones in the Helix. I will eventually make a version of this preset with the amps baked into it because, like I said, probably not gonna be playing with amps live most of the places I play. Here we go. This is the adventure. Let's make the dream 80s new wave U2 Oingo Boingo whatever other 80s adjective you want to throw on their tone. As you can probably tell, space is at a premium here. I'm gonna be sitting here because that's the best angle to film, but I'm gonna probably put the amps along the couch here and try and keep the volume at a reasonable level. I also don't have two SM57s, so one of them's gonna have a condenser, one's gonna have a 57. In a real situation, I would probably prefer to have a 57 on both of these amps in particular, because I think that's actually pretty true to this 80s vibe. Very mid forward and, you know, that nice rounded off top end. All right, here we go. Okay, that sounds really cool. I gotta get in the middle, I think. Oh my gosh, wow, okay. Gotta admit it. Some of you guys are right. This is the way guitar is meant to be played. Okay, microphones. My wife just said this is proof that I'm a cool kid.
Yep, you liked her before everyone else did.
And now she has become my mic stand. You weren't even filming, you were filming the dog. You have to get a shot of the guitar. Just gonna pick that up, because it's so close.
They don't.
Do you think it sounds good?
Sounds great.
You just saying that?
No. Tell me about what's going on here. How do we have... Is everything hooked up?
Yeah.
How?
You got the guitar going into my pedal board, and then it goes through all this rigmarole, and then it comes back out here through this pedal that's falling off the board. See, this is why I don't do pedal boards. It's just, I don't know. The left channel is going out to the MX11 here, and I got my mic here on it. That's obvious. It goes from this one, the second cable there is going to the Marshall. And then both of those are running into my audio interface.
Does any of this like affect the sound quality?
Yeah, all of it does. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like the more you add something, does it make the quality go bad?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It can. That's why cables matter more than any of us want, and that's why some people are like really intense about it's gotta be a soldered cable. Because all these little patch cables in between each pedal plus all that, then the actual, you know, conversion from audio to digital, all that stuff matters. This almost feels like cheating because it's just so easy to make it sound good. Whereas like with the Helix and the Quad Cortex, as good as they are, it just takes time. Alright, I've got my Helix hooked up here, and I've got HX Edit pulled up. To stay true to that whole kind of 80s new wave vibe, I don't think I want like a super creamy compression or too much squish. I just want a little bit of tightening and then maybe a little extra sparkle. sounds good out here. It's in my ears. Let me take it off. And I'm gonna look on the unit and see how much I'm ducking down. I'm taking a lot out. So I'm gonna reduce that. That's pretty cool. We've mixed it in now, so there's a good amount of the uncompressed signal, and I think that really helps. But I'll show you, like, if I'm just kind of strumming through, doing the whole, like, you know. The next thing I want is kind of a transparency drive, just to give us that, like, super perfect edge of breakup tone. Okay, that's a lot of distortion, a lot more than I was hoping for. That's pretty cool. I like that one a lot. Pretty similar, I don't know. Who really cares? I ended up using a different effects block than I've ever used, and this one's pretty cool. I think it's doing a good job of making our tone more transparent and kind of just perfecting our amp sound, if you will. So I'm in the middle position right now, and I've got this. I'm gonna turn it on, and I get. I think that sounds good. Maybe a little more grid, I'm gonna fine tune it, but it's definitely a good start. I stand by what I said about these delays. I think they're awesome. So check this out. This is the analog with mod. It's the 80s, right? So I added a chorus. This one is more subtle. I feel like I'm gonna be stacking modulations, but this could be kind of an always on tone. Now we just need some reverb. I'm gonna go with a plate because that just seems like the 80s thing to do. Taking the decay down a little. So we should add a little more modulation. I'm gonna stand by. I'm gonna figure this out. I think that's a good start. It's got that basic tone that I'm after. I think it kind of just sounds like most of my presets end up sounding something like this vein. I guess I've always been sort of influenced by U2 and that sort of 80s new wave vibe, but I think it's wise to take a rest and let my ears readjust. And we'll see what we can do. I mean, maybe we did capture a lot of that sound from the pedal board going into the amps. It does sound good to me. I'm just tired, you know, like when you've been playing for a while and listening that closely for a while, you start kind of going like, I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video today, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to see a part 2, because we're gonna come back and finish this preset up, and eventually I'll put it out there, so if it's something you're interested in, you can look forward to that. All right, I'll catch you next time.